Hello, I'm Tony Ulrich and welcome to a special production from Siouxland Community Media. Today we are going to be speaking with a Sioux City City Council candidate, and on November 6th, Sioux City residents will have the opportunity to choose their next mayor as well as their next Sioux City City Council members. And joining me today is Jason Geary, and thanks for being with us today, Jason. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Jason?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me on this unique production, and appreciate being here. A little bit about me. My name is Jason Geary. I'm running for City Council. I currently serve on the City Council. I was elected in 2003 and have served 4 years as City Councilman. 2 of those years I've spent working and serving as Mayor Pro Tem or Vice Mayor of the City of Sioux City. Some couple things about me, myself personally, is I'm married. I'm 30 years old. My wife's name is Kristen. I have 3 children. My oldest is Emma, and she's 5. My middle and only boy is Benjamin, and he's 2.5. And then my youngest is Addison, and she's 8 years old. So we have a family of 3, and then there's my wife. We live here in Morningside, not too far away from Morningside College, actually. And I work at Western Iowa Tech. I supervise the overnight custodial staff at Western Iowa Tech. I also own my own cleaning business, and of course I work on the City Council as well. My wife works at Opportunities Unlimited. She works with children with disabilities, severe and profound disabilities. She works in the waiver department of Opportunities Unlimited. She's worked there for a little over 2 years now, and it's been a very positive experience. We have pretty stable, solid careers, and of course I've been serving the community now for 4 years, and really I just love it. I love serving as a city councilman. It gives me a chance to make a difference, lend a voice of reason to the council, and really lend my voice to progress in the community. And I just want another chance to serve another 4 years because I really have a passion to serve. I see that there's lots of areas of the community that we still need to work on and improve, and so that's why I decided to throw my hat in the ring again and see if I can continue to make a difference for Sioux City.
Okay. So why else do you think, why else are you seeking re-election for the Sioux City City Council?
Sure. My primary reason is I just have a passion to serve. I have served for 4 years, and over that time frame you gain a lot of experience. You work with various different community partners. You work with various different city council members who all have different personalities and different points of view. And it takes several years to really earn trust, to earn access, and really to take the ideas that you have and move them beyond just talk and move them into action and then results. And so given that I think I've been fairly successful as a council member in moving some of the priorities of Sioux City forward, I decided that first of all, with my passion to serve, but also that there are still community needs out there, that I really feel like I can be a continuing asset on the council, a voice and a vote for progress in Sioux City. And so that's why I decided I wanted to serve again and wanted to run and go through the campaign process.
Okay. And what are some of the things you're hearing in the City Council meetings today, and that will be ongoing in the next term? Do you want to kind of talk a little bit more about them and how you will take part in them? Sure.
Some of the really key things that are taking part in the City Council right now, actually apart from some of the topics like Cook Park or the Gospel Mission relocation, which have been hot topics in the very recent future. But one of the things that we've been working hard on that maybe hasn't been making as many headlines is that last year we were able to pass border city legislation. That border city legislation simply said that as a border community bordering 2 other states and South Dakota, we really are at a tax disadvantage, and that's hurting our jobs climate, it's hurting our business climate. And one of the things that have been continuing over the last several years is that we've been lobbying and working to try to get some legislation that will help us out. We were successful, and now we are essentially acting out that success. We have a program called the border tax legislation legislation specifically, and what that allows to happen is that we are able to rebate if a business adds a certain number of jobs that meet a wage threshold, or add a certain amount of new capital, or by building a new building or adding in new equipment up to a certain cash threshold, we are able to rebate part of their development back to them through the state of Iowa, and so it's been a very positive thing here in the last year. We've been working very hard and working with local businesses who are maybe looking at relocating into South Dakota or Nebraska, and showing them the program and allowing them to see that it could be great for their business. In fact, in this last year, it's helped us to carry out one of the key priorities that we have for Sioux City, which is to expand and create good paying jobs. In the last year, we've created or retained 700 jobs, good paying jobs here in Sioux City. And so that's one of the things that is definitely going to be ongoing. And I think it's a brand new program. It's a new experience for all of Sioux City, and it's an important priority that we need to keep going. And as one of the council members who helped in the lobbying effort to make that legislation come to pass, I think it's important that I be reelected so that we can continue that progress, to work with the state, to identify areas they can assist us, and to help ease some of the challenges we have in our business climate here in Iowa. And so that's one of the things that will be ongoing, and hopefully one of the things that I can be a part of trying to make better for Sioux City.
Okay. So what do you have planned to bring new jobs to the area?
Well, I already mentioned the border tax legislation. There's other tools. Sioux City really operates, generally in Iowa, with being on the border that we generally have some disadvantages that are difficult to overcome. So really what we often use are what are called tools in the toolbox. Things like tax increment financing, the border tax legislation, which I mentioned, urban revitalization, urban renewal programs, and also citywide urban revitalization. And then also we have some money coming in from our penny sales tax that allows us to help out with economic development. So there's a couple different options that we have to try to overcome some of the natural disadvantages there are in Iowa for our business climate. And essentially what we do is we partner with businesses on a regular basis who fall into one of three categories. Either they create jobs, good paying jobs for our citizens. They expand our tax base, which is a key priority for our city, or they help revitalize a specific area of town like the downtown or the stockyards that we really targeted for reinvestment and redevelopment. In some cases they meet 2 or 3 of those criteria. In that situation we try to partner with them in their project, whether that means we assist them in building the infrastructure, or whether that means that we assist them in clearing a site so that they can build on that site. Whatever the case may be, we try to be as flexible as possible. In dealing with the businesses that we deal with, we find that flexibility in your programs and your tools is one of the key factors that developers and businesses need to be successful in Sioux City. So we really try to focus on that, and then try to bring whatever tools we can to the development to make that happen for Sioux City. And so that's one of the key aspects that we use to help us in redevelopment overall. Plus, I think one thing that you build through that sometimes no amount of incentive can help is, I think over the last several years we've really built a climate in Sioux City of progress, and that's being felt throughout the region. People have now commented that businesses we've worked with who've come out of Sioux Falls or Omaha that really say, you know, you guys are really progressive. You're much more progressive. City Hall is easier to work with than it was many years ago. We're more user-friendly and trying to work with businesses. And that's the kind of thing that you build with when you have positive leadership that's focused on taking action and producing results out of their staff. You really build that positive atmosphere, that buzz that things are happening in Sioux City. In fact, we've gotten recognized for that in several key magazines, development magazines and things like that really say, you know, this is an area that's on the move, that has some positive things going for it. And so that whole package really makes a huge difference in moving us forward, and lowering our unemployment rate, and in creating and retaining jobs. So it's a mixture of a lot of different things, and having been there for 4 years, I'm really familiar with that process and what it takes to be a leader in that situation. That's why one of the reasons I feel I'm the strongest candidate to serve for another 4 years.
Now, you really emphasize continuing to be a watchdog against wasteful borrowing and spending.
Yes.
Tell me a little more about that.
Well, I think one of the key things is when you go through, in City Council, I've dealt with 4 different budgets. You go through the budget process once a year. It's a multi-million-dollar budget. Our operating budget alone is anywhere from $120 to $140 million a year. Our capital budget ranges anywhere from $80 to $100 million a year. It's a lot of money. And it's a lot of money it's a pretty extensive system to get used to and to understand. And so over the last 4 years, of course, I've been developing my skills at budgeting. And one of the things one of the key hallmarks that I've been able to do is that over the last 3 years, I've been able to save taxpayers a little over $1 million by being a watchdog over the budget. Specifically, that departments, as they request money from the budget, and then take that money, and then within the year, they don't spend it on the projects that they said they were going to spend them on. That just sits in an account. And then they come back next year and want more projects. And really, I've worked very hard to say, listen, that's not acceptable. If we give you money for a project, you need to spend that money on that project. We've approved it, and it's important that you get it done. And if you can't get it done, then you don't have the right to come back and ask for more money to do additional projects when you've got projects sitting on the shelf. And if you are going to do those projects, you need to give that money back to the taxpayers. And so that's something that I've been able to do, not only just by identifying the problem, but also working with council colleagues. Being one voice and one vote doesn't count for much if you can't bring your colleagues along with you. And luckily, I've been able to make my case to the City Council that we can find some waste where we can trim back and save the taxpayer dollars. And that's what I've been able to do over the last several years. Plus, anytime in the last 4 to 5 years, we've been able to trim back some of our workforce by about 12%, meaning that we found efficiencies, places where we could do more with less, and that has saved us a lot of money over the last couple of years. And so in addition to that, over the last 3 years, or actually the last 4 budgets I've been able to work on, 3 of those 4 budgets, my vote was a vote to oppose property tax increase to homeowners in the community. And that's an important factor where we can hold that line on property taxes. Literally, where 3 out of the 4 budgets, my vote was that we will not take one more penny in property tax from our property owners here in Sioux City. And I'm proud of that record. I'm proud of that record to serve the community and really not only continue to be a watchdog, but also be a watchdog that says, listen, we need to deliver core services. Police and fire are an important part of our community, and we can't willy-nilly go through and cut those staff. Really focusing on a comprehensive strategy that we're going to have a budget that works for the best for the people of Sioux City and works hard and really makes a difference.
All righty. Well, thank you very much, Jason, for joining us today, and good luck on your campaign.
Thank you.